look at this fun, cute beanie that I just made using 5 granny squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you have 5 granny squares sitting around your house, watch this all the way to the end and I'll show you how to make this. It's super cute, super fun, and super easy. Look. All right, hope you guys like it. Okay, so the way that I'm going to connect them is I have one granny square right here, one granny square right here, and I'm going to slip stitch into each stitch down using the same color as on the edges of both of these. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let me go ahead and do a slip knot. I'm going to do a slip knot. Okay, and then I am going to get both of these and connect them right here. Now, if you have a space saver, it might come in handy to use one, just so it doesn't slip, because it can slip as you're going through, and you kind of don't want it to do that. So I'm going to get a space saver and go through the edges of both of these on one end, and then I'll start from this end. Okay. So what I do is I find the stitch, the first stitch, and I make sure that I go through the V of the stitch. Okay. So that's one thing you want to make sure is just make sure that you're going through the V of the stitch. And I start in the same spot on both sides. Okay. And again, we are slip stitching. So I got my yarn here, and I'm going to pull this through. Okay. Might be a little hard to do at the beginning because you're starting it out. Okay. Okay, so we got it through, and then we're just slip stitching. So we go through there, and then I'm going to turn it this way because it's easier for me to work. However it's easiest for you to work, do it. Okay, it's all about being easy. So let's see. We're just going to go through each of these stitches and pull through and do a slip stitch. Okay. Each of the stitches, go through, do a slip stitch. Each of the stitches, just make sure that you go through both. So there's going to be 4, and you're going through them. Okay, so just make sure, and you'll be able to see, like right here, there's the V. I'm going through that one, and I'm going through that one. And we're just slip stitching. Okay. Going through that one, slip stitching. Okay, and I'll meet you right here when I get to the end of this. Let's see, because we still have a couple more to do. Okay, so I'm right here at the end, and I'm going to take out my stitch marker, and I'm just going to make sure that I do the last stitch here. It's going to be a little bit difficult because it's a skinny one, because that's a corner. So you just want to make sure that you get through there, and you pull through. And then I am going to tie this off, because that is where we're done with this one. Okay, so we'll tie that off, and you'll see that it is completely connected now. So it looks like that on this side. Okay, so now we get the alternate color of this one. So like how this one is this color, we're going to alternate this one, and the next one is going to be this one. Okay, so you'll see in the center there are 2 different colors. So we'll do the same thing. So we're going to connect it here. Okay, and I'm going to put my stitch marker right there in the corner so that it doesn't move. Okay, and we'll be doing the same thing. We'll start on this side. We'll start with a slip knot. And we will find the edge here. Go through that one. Go through that one. If I can get it through. Okay. And then we get our slip stitch here, our slip knot, sorry. Pull it tight. And we pull it through. Okay. And then we just start doing it. Going to the next stitch. There we go. Next stitch, slip stitch, next stitch, slip stitch. Just keep doing that all the way down. And again, I will meet you at the end of this one. Okay, so we made it to the end of this one. Let me take out the stitch marker. Okay. And we're just going to make sure that we get into the last one here. Okay, same thing here. And then we pull through. And then we tie it off. And we do the same thing we did with the other one. Okay, so now we have 3 nice connections here. Okay. So there we go, and we will do the last one right here. So we will do that, and it's the same thing. We get this. Okay. Slip stitch it. Or slip knot, sorry. It's a slip knot, not a slip stitch. I always get those 2 confused when I'm talking. All right, so we go in here, and we go in here. Pull the yarn through, and then there we go, and we start it on up. Okay, so All right, so once we get done with this, I will meet you at the end. And we will connect these together and make it round. Okay, so we have made it to the end. I am going to take the stitch marker out. And I am going to do the last stitch here. If I can get it in there. There we go. And same thing on that side. And pull through, tie it off, and then we will continue on. Okay, so right now we have 4 sides connected. And what we're going to do now is we're going to connect these, like so. Okay, and so that is going to give us this round shape. And I know it seems like, how is that going to be a beanie? You know, it's going to work out. Might not look like it is, but it will. So right now I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on this to connect all 4 sides together. And I will meet you at the end. We are running out of time, so I want to make sure that I show you how to connect the top as well. Okay, so here we are with the top of the granny square beanie. And what we're going to do is the same thing. So we're going to go ahead and put stitch markers at each corner of the top. So where it's a square, you're going to put stitch markers at each corner, and then you're going to connect them all. And let me grab the rest of my stitch markers because I only have one right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's going to look like a box right now, but once you stitch each one of these up, it's going to take a shape of a beanie. We'll put an edge on it so that it looks even more like a beanie, but let's go ahead and put that together. Okay, so we're going to start and we're going to do the same thing with this corner. So we start on one end, go the other way. Do the same thing on this edge, okay? You go on one end and go the other way. Same thing with this one, other way, all the way around. Okay, so I will meet you at the end when you get done with that. Okay, so you should be at the end now, and what you're going to do is just tie it off. And it's going to look like a box. I mean, it is a granny square beanie, so it's going to look a little awkward until you put it on your head. So just keep that in mind. And it may need a brim because, like I said, it might not be exactly what you need it to be. But if you turn it inside out, okay, and this is what we're going to look like. Just like that. See? It looks nice and cute. Now, it doesn't, like I said, it's a square. They're squares. But when you put the thing all together, it looks nice. So I'll show it on me. And then, you know, you still have to sew on the edges and clean it up a little bit. And like I said, maybe put a brim if you want a brim. But ultimately, if you have 5 granny squares laying around that you don't know what to do with, this is a good alternative to do something with. So hold on, let me show you. So this is what it looks like. See? Isn't it cute? And if you want to put a brim, you can totally put a brim. But if not, this is what it looks like. I think it's super cute and super easy and super fun, and you can do a bunch of different things with it. So if you want to make this, I got you.